Hi, Mack here with a chair practice. The plan for today is to start with some long holds and then we'll move on to more movement and flow toward the end of our practice. So have a seat. You can use any kind of chair, couch, rocking chair, whatever. And if it feels okay, you can close your eyes. To begin, we're just going to take a few breaths here. Shift your internal focus to your feet. Notice if toes are curled. And bring relaxation to the feet and to the ankles. Shift your focus to your legs. Thighs sometimes hold tension. Allow them to relax. Check out how your torso is feeling. Allow chest to soften. Feel breath moving steadily in and out. Feel shoulders settling down. And take your focus to your head and to your face. Unclench the jaw. Rest the cheeks. Relax muscles around the eyes. Unfurl the brow. Relax the whole body here. If the eyes are closed, blink them open. We'll transition to a seated squat. So you'll be pretty far forward on your chair. And then just open your knees to the side and pause. Take some long, full inhales and exhales as the ribs float higher away from the hips and as the shoulders relax down the back. Keeping the length that you have right now, tip to one side. And you could stay here, or you could add your top arm. And we'll breathe here in our lateral bend. And if your arm is overhead, drop it. And top ear leads as you come back upright. Notice the difference in your sides if there is one. I do feel more length on one side. Recommit to length, sit up nice and tall. We'll drop the opposite direction. Enjoying a lateral bend. If you feel like it, top arm could lift up and over. Feel free to skip. The arm is just the frosting. If your arm is lifted, drop it. This nice isolation, your ear is what is leading you back upright. We're almost out of this squat. A few more breaths here. Take the chest forward. And we'll turn this into some rolling twists. So one shoulder will come to the middle, and then the other. And as we're moving between sides, you never need to go the same pace as me. If it feels nice to go faster or slower, please adjust for maximum enjoyment. We'll take each side once more. Come back upright. One leg will stay as is, On the other side, your toes will turn inward and the knee will straighten. And I'm almost all the way at the edge of my chair for this. So if you've practiced yoga before, we are in Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, just with a little bit of padding and support beneath us. This 2 will be a hold, so we're just going to keep our arms relaxed for the moment, and then we'll add them after another breath or two. You could stay here, or you could extend your arms in opposite directions, reaching all the way through your fingers and spreading your hands wide. Fingers are as far apart from one another as they'll go. And feel all of your toes pressing into the floor here. Back pinky toe often accidentally rolls up. We want to keep it pressing down. Drop your back arm, and your front arm will reach up and over for another lateral bend. This is reverse warrior. And lift back upright. Rotate your extended leg. And we'll transition through a squat. So now we'll take our second side. This leg will turn inward. I'll shift. My hips are slightly at an angle now. No arms yet, I forgot. Habit. And we'll just breathe here in Warrior 2. If your back knee is unhappy, you can absolutely bend it. There's no need for it to be all the way straight. If you want, you could add your arms. Press the floor away with your palms. I think that tricks the chest into lifting a little bit higher. One more breath. And then you'll drop your back arm, front arm comes up and over. We'll come back to our Warrior 2. And sit a little bit farther back and heel toe your feet close to one another. Just pause for a moment. It is a lot of work for the hips right out of the gate. Check out how they're feeling. Maybe thighs too. And another few long holds here. Pick a leg and then cross ankle over knee. It might feel natural to flex and point or wiggle the foot in some other way. Feel free to take that. You could also choose to just leave your foot flexed. Try to make this quite passive. Allow the top knee to just be resting in the direction of the floor rather than thinking of kind of pressing it lower. It's just chilling. All of us is just chilling. So this is pigeon pose. And then your legs could stay as they are right now, or you could scoot farther so that knees are more stacked. And then when you have decided which one you enjoy more, you'll twist in the direction of your bottom leg. So my left leg is underneath right now, so I'm twisting to my left. Doesn't matter which side you're on. And wherever your hands want to be here is fine. It feels natural for one hand to be on my leg and the other hand to be on the back of my chair, but whatever. Take one more breath here in this twist. And the torso will come out first, and then the legs will unravel. Let's take a little march before we head to our second side. And it's time for pigeon pose. So pick up our opposite leg, ankle is on top of knee. And then whatever you want to do with your foot, it could stay flexed or you could point and flex. If you're pointing and flexing, try to make lots of space between the toes. You're really articulate through the foot. And about 2 more breaths here. You could stay here in pigeon with ankle on knee or knee on knee. No need to do exactly what you did on the first side. Also, decide what feels better here on the second side. Hips are so asymmetrical. Lift out of your chair and then twist in the direction of your bottom leg. If your neck is unhappy, instead of looking over your back shoulder, your chin could be over your chest, and then your torso is still in the twist. Upper body comes out first, back to center, and then legs come to neutral as well. Let's scoot a little bit back, and then you'll pick up one leg and roll the ankles. And roll your ankle the opposite direction. Take knee in same hand, so my right hand and my right knee. As you inhale, you'll open them to the side. And as you exhale, bring them back to center. Take maybe 3 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. And let it go. We'll take our second side, pick up your knee at any height, and roll the ankle. Roll opposite direction. And knee and hand, same side. Open and close. Your hip rather, will tell you when to stop. Make sure you listen to it. Last 2. And then come to center. Look up toward your ceiling. And then look down. If it feels okay for your neck, make that a little bit bigger. Look up as high as you can. And then press your chin into your chest. Let's take 2 more of these. Connecting breath to movement, you'll inhale as you look up. You'll exhale as you look down. Take 1 more. And then come to center. Drop your ear toward one shoulder and see if that allows shoulders to become a little more restful. Then take the longest possible pathway, like there's light shining out through your head. Sit up super tall, and then drop to the other side. And come back to center. Expand arms out to the side, spread your fingers real wide, and then give yourself a squeeze. And crawl your fingers farther back. This is Ardha Garudasana or half eagle pose. Take note of which elbow is on top and then unravel. Reach fingers in opposite directions. Get as big as you can. And then take your second side. Take your opposite elbow on top and crawl fingers back to make your squeeze a little tighter. Each side once more. Big full inhale here. Long, steady exhale. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Drop one hand down and grab onto your chair, or just rest your hand on your chair. Opposite hand will reach up and over. Coming into another lateral bend. This is Halfmoon Pose, Ardha Chandrasana A. And then our opposite side. Stretch up and over, reach all the way through the fingers. Each side once more, longest possible pathway. Reach through your fingers, ribs are floating away from hips. And last one, take it up. And over. And come to center. We'll find some cats and cows. So use your palms on your thighs as some sensory feedback. Sometimes it's hard for me to convince my adult students to do this, but it feels so good if you give it a try. Pull your hands back as you take your chest first forward and then up. And then if it feels natural, you can take your gaze up. Feel shoulder blades squeezing together. Then your hands come forward as your spine goes back. Tuck your chin. And allow your head to be very heavy. We're pressing chin into chest just like we did a moment ago. And now turn this into a flow. So on the inhale, you'll take the gaze up, chest forward. On the exhale, you'll take the gaze down, chest back. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Take two more. Make this one your biggest. Reach chest as far forward as it'll go, and then collapse as much as possible. And lift upright, and we'll take a twist. So you'll take one hand to your opposite thigh, and then your back hand grabs onto the back of your chair. And second side, we'll swing around. Find length in the low back here. And then come to center. And we'll come to standing. So you can just walk around to the back of your chair. I'm going to swing mine around so that it's easier to see. So holding on to the back of your chair, you'll pick a side and step back for a lunge. This can be as large or as small as you want it. You could step back a few inches if this feels nice, or you could make it a little bit longer. Let's take some pulses here. And then we're going to take our weight forward. All of the weight will wind up in your front foot as you lift your back foot. Using the chair for balance. If this feels unsteady, you can tap your toe down and leave it there, or you could use it for feedback and lift a couple of times when you feel steady again. And then come to mountain pose, come to standing, and we'll take our second side. So swing your leg back, standing leg is bending. Back leg can go as far back as you please. You don't need to match your first side. Couple of pulses here. And then big transition, all of your weight is going to come into your front foot as knee comes relatively straight. It does not need to be all the way straight. It's a variation of Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. And come to standing. We'll take a tree pose here. So you'll shift your weight over to one side and open your knee. So if I were facing this direction, it would look like this. I'm just opening to the side. I really like this variation because it's a lovely foot stretch. But if you like, you could also pick up your foot so that it's on your calf. If you want to let go of your chair, you could. It's there for a nice grab if at any point you feel unsteady. And we'll swap sides. So rotating the knee to the side, you have your foot stretch option, which I like to call a sapling, or you could lift to the calf. This is Vrikshasana tree pose. Option to let go of the chair, only if that feels good. And then drop the foot. Hold onto the back of your chair and walk back until you look like a letter L. And if you've practiced yoga before, what we're going for is the same sensation in the back as you would experience in a downward facing dog. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then walk it back up. And we'll come back to seated. To close, we'll take a mudra. So I'm connecting my thumb to my thumb to my index finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to pinky. And that'll be happening in the lap. I'm just showing it over here so that it's easier to see. So let's do a few together. You're just connecting your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a mudra is yoga for the hands. It doesn't have any stretching or strengthening component. Its whole focus is focus and relaxation. So we'll take several rounds of this. This is called Satanama to close. I'll begin by counting so that you get in a rhythm, and then I'll leave you in silence to continue. Take a breath in and out. And we'll connect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue in silence. As you inhale, squeeze both hands into tight, tight fists. As you exhale, open. Thank you for joining me in today's chair yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed this and found it useful. See you next time.